jumped in the ambassador chat and was just sharing. She was bragging on you, sister. She was sharing your story, just how amazing you are. Just talking about your journey. And guys, this is really cool. I want to share this before she shares her story. So, conference last year, she was maintaining executive. Okay. So she went to conference last year, not this last one we had, but the one last year, maintaining executive, and was just kind of tapped out. And on the last day of conference, she said something happened. The flip switched. She went diamond in February, double in March, and took her husband diamond in April. How freaking amazing. She closed out conference as an executive, and by April, she was double and her husband was diamond. Like, imagine how life-changing that is. So, Kimberly, thank you so much for being on here. We're so excited to hear your story. I've heard that you are a mixture of laughter and tough love, and we could all use a little kick in the butt sometimes. So we're all super excited to hear from you.
Hey, I'm so excited. Like, I cannot even emphasize, like, I'm already in tears. Like, I already have tissue because I'm so excited to be here tonight. And I texted Ashley before I got on and I said, please come watch me because if I don't make you proud, please message me. So, hey, you guys, my name is Kimberly Martin. Most people call me Kim. I've been in this company literally, it ain't even been 2 years yet. It'll be February the 28th that I started this business at 10:45 at night. And I started in a very tough time in my life. Lord knows I'm really not trying to cry on this right now because I feel so I feel so much emotion tonight, you guys. And I've been so emotional for the past like 2 days because I know that God has big plans. And I'm just so honored to be here tonight talking to each and every single one of you. And hear me when I say this, do not jump off this while I'm talking. I promise you there's going to be something that you hear that is going to touch you and relate to your story, relate to your life, relate to your business. So do not jump off. Hear what I'm saying to you because I cannot be more real than right now, you guys. I cannot make any of this story up. When I started this business, I was going through a very, oh God, I'm already started. Like I was going through like a really tough time in my life. Dang it. My mom was in the process of passing away. She had been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer just 2 months prior to me seeing this business on social media. And Ashley kept posting on social media that she was making money. I was actually sitting in the hospital with my husband and my mom. My husband was actually in one floor and my mom was in ICU. And so I was running back and forth trying to take care of my mom and my husband. I knew my mom was dying and I didn't really know at the time what was wrong with my husband, but it was not good. And I seen her post this scripture on Facebook one day, and it said, for the I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. And one day I reached out to her after she had told me that my wedding dress was beautiful in my profile picture. And I reached out to her when I seen her post that one day, and she had no idea what I was going through in my life. And I told her that I told her that I needed that in that moment because I was falling apart, because I didn't know where life was taking me and that life was just really hard. And this was before I had even joined the business, you guys. And that's when we had started talking. 1 month later, I was sitting in my bathroom crying, having an emotional breakdown. And I remember her reaching out and I said, you know what, let's just do it. And if you don't know, I actually own a coffee shop as well, but my coffee shop had been closed because I was literally taking care of my mom and my husband. And here I am starting a whole nother business with It Works. And yeah, total holy moly. And I just want to say, you guys, in any part of what I say, if you feel or you feel like relatable in what I'm saying, drop a heart in the comments. You'd be surprised at how many people has felt the same pain. You'd be surprised at the things that people have went through. I want to see those hearts blowing up in the chat, you guys, because honestly, all of us has been through those trials and tribulations in our life that has told us that we can't continue, that we can't go on, that we don't have room for growing, that this is it. This is all God made me to be. I will never be more. I'm unworthy. I'm not the person that this person wants me to be. I'll never be that person. We've all been there. We've all been relatable. So hear me when I say this. Anytime I say something that you can relate to, drop that heart, because I want to see them. Okay. Let's love on each other and let's show some support for each other. Okay. So I started this business. 17 days after I started this business, my mom died. My mom died, and it was the hardest. It was the hardest thing in my life because I never thought that she would die. I never thought that she would leave me because she was the last person I had in my life. Other than my sisters, I felt like she was unstoppable because my dad had died when I was 8. And so she was the only one that had raised me, you know? So when she died, literally 3 months into her diagnosis, that it devastated my soul. And I had only been in this business for 17 days, you guys. So I did not do anything in this business for 2 months. I literally did not do anything. I didn't touch anything. I didn't post anything. And Ashley Renau kept reaching out to me, and she didn't know how I felt because she had never lost a parent, but she just knew pain, and she just kept reaching out, and she kept telling me to move on. She kept telling me not move on, but she kept telling me that you got to move forward, Kim, you got to move forward. And she kept checking on me. And 2 months later, I decided, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. So I went and reopened my coffee shop. I started working my It Works business. I literally started trying to go and trying to move forward. And I started moving fairly quickly. I got involved. I started doing all the leadership and all the things. And I ended up going Emerald in September, you guys. Okay. And then right after I went Emerald, you guys, my page that had literally been going for 11 years, it was the first Facebook page, you guys, that I had ever had. So it had all the pictures of my mom. It had all the pictures of my life on it. And I literally got hacked and I could not get back into my Facebook account. For 2 weeks, I sat there with Ashley, trying to figure out how to get back in it, trying to figure it out. And I couldn't. And I was devastated because I had just went Emerald and I had all these connections and I had all these potentials. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't know what to do. So after 2 weeks, I decided that I was just going to start another page. And I knew that my most important thing was to add friends. I knew that I needed to add friends because if I don't have followers and I don't have an audience, you guys, then I can't sell. I can't have distributors. I can't have potential loyal customers. I need people watching me. So do you know what I did? Hear me when I say this. If you're struggling right now to get friends and you don't know how to do it and you're waiting for people to come to you, you do not wait. You hear what I'm saying? You do not wait for those people to come to you. You go get your friends. You go get your audience and you sell those tickets because you need an audience watching you and watching your life and watching your story. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're literally going to go to you're just going to add friends. You're going to go to somebody you know's page and you're going to click on a friend and you're going to go add friend, add friend, add friend, add friend, add friend. And then you're going to go to a friend on that friend's page and you're going to go add friend, add friend, add friend, add friend. And you're going to keep moving. In 2 weeks, you guys, I had 5,000 friends. No lie. I did not focus on loyal customers. I did not focus on distributors. I literally focused, you guys, on just getting an audience because that's what I needed in order to grow my business. So let's fast forward. That was in September of the first year that I was in this business. Oh my God, my whole entire team completely fell apart. I went to conference in 2020 with literally nothing. I was literally barely hanging on to executive pay. I was literally hanging on to executive pay. That's like $120 paycheck, you guys. Okay. I went to conference. I had lost myself. I felt like I was going through depression. I was going through all the things, all that 1 year anniversary was coming up with my mom. And I was so angry inside. And I kept telling Ashley, my enroller, I'm like, I just don't understand why I can't get to Diamond. I don't understand why I can't get to Diamond. I mean, I've restarted a Facebook page. I've added all the friends. I'm doing the leadership. I'm doing all the things and I can't get to Diamond, you guys. And I was so frustrated. And Ashley looked at me one day and she said, Kim, I think you're amazing and I think that you can go to the top of this company. But I also know, Kim, that I think you need to get that extra help because I can see that you're hurting. I can see that you're going through the things and you're using this business as a way out. But I couldn't think about my mom. I couldn't look at a picture. I couldn't do anything without having a mental breakdown. And I couldn't see that I was at a wall. I was at a stopping place, you guys. And if you're feeling like that right now, you feel like you're at a wall. I know some of you feel that way. Do you feel like you're at a wall? Do you feel like you're at a place where you're just stuck? You feel like you're not going to reach the next level. You don't feel like you're going to find that person that's going to run with you. You don't feel like you're going to get the customers. You feel like no matter what you post, it ain't bringing the people. It ain't bringing it. And you're scared and you're worried that this is not going to work out for you. And you're wanting to quit. You're wanting to give up and you're hanging on like a piece of hair. Hear me when I say this. This is your moment. This is your time. Do not give up. I have chill bumps right now. Do not give up because the moment that we are going through the hardest time in our life is the moment that God is about to bless you so much that I cannot emphasize it, you guys, because I look back on 1 year ago and if I would have given up, on myself back then, 1 year ago, if I would have given up on myself, I would not be here to tell my testimony because I know each of you can do it. And I know that each of you can accomplish your goals because when I tell you that I was lost, I did not want to be here. I miss my mom so much that I just needed her. And I didn't know how to get there. I did not know how to go on in life without her. And I was using this business as a way to block all the pain. And finally, Ashley came to me and she said, Kim, let me tell you something. She said, you're amazing, but God's not going to allow you to get to the next level in your business or in your life if you don't learn all the things that you need to know in this business, in your life right now, in this level in your life right now. And you have to learn because if God is going to allow you to grow, you got to see all the things that he's trying to teach you. Okay. And you got to open up your heart. You got to open up your mind and you got to be willing to accept the bad, but also know to learn from it and move forward. And I went to a conference, you guys, and I was broken and I had all the doubt, like some of you had. I had all the doubt. I had all the pain. I went to conference and the first couple of days I was in a daze. I had just started taking anxiety medicine. I had just started trying to get myself together. I had just started therapy because I took the advice of my leader and I said, okay, I got to learn all the things. I got to get help because I could not get through the pain. It was horrible. I cannot even emphasize the depression that I was going through, but I was pushing and I felt like I was in mud. I felt like I was in the mud and I felt like I would take a step and I would go back like 5 steps. I felt like I couldn't get out of that mud puddle, you guys. It was so hard. And I got there and I was just in a funk the whole time. And Ashley just knew, like she could read it all over my face. Like I was not the person that she signed up, I was different. And I'm talking about the last day at conference. I had something happen to me. I can't explain it. I can't explain what happened to me. All I can tell you guys is that something clicked in my heart and in my soul. And it was like God just said to me, Kim, go now, run. I want you to do it. You can do it. Your mom wants you to do it. Everybody that loves you wants you to succeed and they want to see you succeed. And I want to see you succeed. And this is your time to shine. And this is your time to go do what you came here to do. I came home from conference last year in 2020, and I went from executive pay to literally double diamond in 2 months. And then my husband went diamond the next month in April. I was so ecstatic. And I remember getting that first paycheck, you guys. And I literally, I cried so hard because I was like, oh my God. And I was so excited that I had went double diamond and my husband had went diamond and we got all these bonuses and my heart was filled with so much joy. Let me tell you guys something. And she was talking about sharing your story. let me tell you guys something. You may not think your story is special. You may not think your story is like the next person. You may not think that this story, your story, is important like the other person's or mine, or you may not think your story as amazing as somebody else. But let me tell you something. God did not give you your story for you to sit back and be greedy. You literally have to take your story and you have to talk about it every day. You have to talk about your pain. You have to talk about your good. You got to talk about the bad. You have to talk about all the things, you guys. Your story is your moneymaker. Your story is what's going to get you the customers. Your story is what's going to get you the distributors, because not only are they buying the product from you, but they want to know you. They want to get to know you. They want to know how you got through the pain. They want to know how you got through the things. If you've had addiction issues, if you've went through a tough marriage, if you've lost somebody, whatever your story holds, there is something special about your story. God did not give you the path. He did not give you the path that you have in order for you to sit back and not tell somebody your story. Because how do you not know that your story will change somebody's life? That person is waiting for you to tell your story to, so that they can come work with you, so that they can change their life financially, so that they can change their life mentally. Hear me when I say this. You cannot speak a testimony and not go through a test. You hear what I'm saying? That's how we get a testimony, is we have to go through the test. So right now, if you're struggling and you have no idea what you're going to do and how you're going to get to the next level in your business, if you do anything, tell your story every single day. You guys, tell a piece of your story. I'm not saying you have to go every day and write a novel like I'm telling you guys right now, but piece it off. Get quiet every single day, you guys, and think, today, what can I talk about? What does God have on my heart? What does he want me to talk about today? And I promise you, he will put it in your mind. He will put it in your heart. And then you just start writing. And that's what I do. That's exactly what I do. I am so honored to be here to speak to you guys. And I get so hyped because you guys I wish you guys could feel like my goosebumps. I wish you guys could feel my heart, because if I could take all this, like all this feeling, and like put it in each of your bodies and allow you to feel it. I'm talking about the fire is real. I'm talking about when they tell you that when your momentum is at its highest point, you will run like somebody is chasing you. You will run in this business like you have never seen. You just have to be willing to do the things, listen to your leader, be consistent, do it every single day, do it every day. And I'm going to say one more thing, you guys, if like I haven't said enough, but hear me when I say this. I kind of thought about this a while ago. I used to play Donkey Kong when I was little, and it was a video game. And if you've ever played it, it was the best game alive. Amen. And I literally remember always starting off that course and getting to places where I couldn't get through the barrel. I couldn't get over. I couldn't jump high enough. I couldn't get through the things. But every single time I had to start that game over again, I knew what was coming. I knew what was coming. And I was one step closer to finishing that course so I could go on to the next level. Hear me when I say this. All that is compatible to your life, is compatible to your business, you guys, because right now, you may not feel like you're going anywhere, but the fact that you haven't quit tells me that you're on the path and you're doing the things. And it doesn't matter how many times you have to start that level over, you're going to be ready. You're going to be ready. You're going to be 1 inch closer to finishing that level and going to the next level, you guys. Do you hear me? No matter how many times you fall out of that barrel, the next time you get to that barrel, you're one step closer of jumping over that mountain. You're one step closer and going ambassador. You're one step closer and going and reaching your monthly income goal. Do you hear what I'm saying? No matter how many times you have to go back to the first game, no matter how many times you have to go back to that first level on that game, you are going to be prepared for that jump. You're going to be prepared for that barrel. You're going to be prepared 1 inch more, you guys. So keep going, keep rocking it out. Stay close to your runners, stay close to your team, stay close to these Zooms, get involved, feel the fire. I love you guys. Don't even know you. So I don't know what else to say. Where are you at, girl?
Oh my gosh. Wow. So Ashley wasn't lying in the chat about how amazing you and your story are. Wow. So Thank you, for doing this. Thank you for sharing your heart and being you and being real. And you guys, we want to join this business and we want everything to happen perfectly and a perfect timeline and all the things, and life's never going to happen and our business is going to be perfect, but that's not real. That's not the reality. There's always things that happen to all of us. And you're so right in making that decision. Something changes. You guys, we have to be at that point. I remember going to conference 2019. We had been here for like 6 months. This is going to really make you guys chuckle. We had been here for 6 months. I was like not paying attention. We didn't even really have my position in yet. I wasn't doing anything. We have two positions, our main position, our second position, and we were sitting at conference and I was so just disengaged. We are down on the floor in the VIP section and I leaned over to Mike and said, "What rank are we again?" I was not paying attention. I knew nothing about the company. I was just kind of along for the ride. And what did it for me was the night of worship. We kicked off conference with the night of worship. That got my attention. But then that last day of conference, when they announced the bonuses, and I had spent all weekend watching all these amazing women like Kim share their stories and talk about how this company has changed their lives. I went, it comes up as a memory. I went out in the hallway as the confetti was dropping and I did a live and I was like, I'm going diamond. I don't even really know what diamond is, but I'm going diamond and I'm earning a $10,000 bonus. And I made that decision and took our second position diamond in 90 days. Guys, and you know what? My team knows this. I told you guys this. I didn't requalify diamond for like 8 months, 9 months. After I hit diamond, I didn't requalify again until conference 2020 in our second position. And then I went double right away and triple right away, like boom, boom, back to back. So it doesn't matter where you are in your journey. All of our stories are going to be different. All of our timelines are going to be different. But the one thing that we all do to succeed is we keep every day putting one foot in front of the other. We're showing up and we're believing, right? You have to believe. I want to read something to you guys real quick, and then we'll get into tips on sharing your story. I love that you shared so much about the importance of sharing your story, because you can talk about the opportunity, you can talk about the company, you can talk about all the things, but people aren't buying the company, they're buying you. People are joining you. So if you go on my page, I don't talk a lot about the company or the name of the company or show many pictures of the products. I'm trying to focus on attraction marketing. I want people to come to me and ask questions, but I want them to hear my story. So I talk about my life. So I want to share this message I got today. So she said, "Hi, Brandy. My name is Amber, and I cannot believe I'm messaging right now, a total stranger. This is way out of my comfort zone, and I'm totally crying while typing." Anyway, and I'm a crier too, and this kind of stuff makes me cry. So it's been like trying to hold off tears while Kim was crying and reading this girl's message. "I came across your Facebook page while reading a comment you posted it's in a parents group I'm in, giving advice to someone in need. As I read through some of your posts, I continue to think that this could be that chance in my life to have the life I've always dreamed of while exercising the things that are most important to me. My relationship with God, my family, and the ability to provide for them, as I've always been a single mom. I was recently laid off due to COVID after 14 years at a car auction. I wanted to get out of it altogether for a few years, but it's all I've ever known. When I was laid off, I was closing on a home in 3 weeks. But I just knew that deep down inside, it was God pushing me to do something I wasn't strong enough to do on my own. Fast forward 2.5 months, I did find a job in 3 days, but I am so far beyond unhappy. I work almost 12-hour days and Saturdays. My son brings me to tears, asking when I'm coming home and how lonely he is. The worst part is I'm so mentally drained that I don't have a regular desire to grow my faith. I would love the opportunity to gain some more information about the company that you are promoting. Thank you ever so kindly for taking the time to read this. God bless and enjoy your day." Okay, wow. So we got on the phone this afternoon and we talked we probably talked for almost 40 minutes. And this girl has such an amazing story. If I had not commented on a post in this parents group, and legit, the girl was asking about a manual labor job. She's a single mom, this other girl whose post I commented on. She wanted to find a job doing manual labor. And I commented on it and just said simply, hey, would you be open to something that you could do from home from your phone with a faith-based company? And this is a local here in Florida. It's a local group that I was in. So I said, and it's a local company, you know, whatever. Didn't say anything else. And the girl responded back, was like, oh, if it's like It Works or one of those MLM things, that no, I'm not interested. Okay, girl, no worries. I just put it out there for you. But this girl, Amber, saw my comment, went and looked through my page and saw that I talk about God. I talk about motivational things. I talk about positivity. I share my story. And so she looked through my page and felt compelled to message me her story. And after our call, she's joining our team. So this is what it's about, you guys. This is what it's truly about. It's connecting with people like Amber. We have an opportunity with truly one of the most amazing companies in the industry. Are they perfect? No. No company is perfect, but It Works is pretty dang close. And so we have this amazing opportunity, not just to make money. That's not just why we're here. Ultimately, yes, we all want to make money, right? But we're changing lives. Like, we can help moms be home with their kids. We can help people be healthier. We can help people get through hard times. It's not just about the business side of it. Look at Kim's story and how Ashley rallied around her and helped her through the hardest thing she's ever gone through. Your boss at your job is most likely not going to do that. Your coworkers at your job are most likely not going to do that. They're not going to pray for you and motivate you and push you and encourage you and support you, right? Drop a 1 in the comment if you are in a job where it's negative or you don't want to go to it or people are not supporting you or it's just not, look at all the ones going out. So sharing your story, if you don't share your story, like Kim said, it's almost selfish to keep that to yourself, to keep this amazing opportunity that we have to yourself and not share it with the world. The more our team grows and I see our team, you know, interact and become friends and encourage each other and these sidelines working together, and as they're reaching their ranks, I tell Mike all the time, and I tell my team in our chat, it makes me so emotional to see how we're changing their lives. It makes me emotional to see how my team is growing, not just in their business, but how they're growing mentally, how they're growing in their faith. I hope Amy's on here because I'm going to call her out. But you know, you're running hard in your business when you recruit the ex-wife. So I have the ex-wife, we have all the adult children, half the family of my in-laws are all on my team. The month I went triple, nobody was safe. I was recruiting everybody. And Mike's ex-wife she's talked on our team trainings about how she thought she's here, there she is. I was a little too much. I was kind of crazy. I was always so positive. I was almost annoying. Yeah, she said that to me. It's all right. I still love her. And how once she really actually listened to me and did the things we talked about, I wasn't so crazy. I wasn't so annoying. I wasn't so obnoxious. She needed the things that I was telling her. And once she started doing them, her whole mindset shifted. And now, you guys, I have never seen her happier. I've never seen her look better. It's a running joke in our house. Every time we open social media, Amy's doing another TikTok or she's live again. She's always talking about her experience and sharing her story. So, some tips on sharing your story. I'm about to lose my voice because I've on literally calls all day. It has just been such an exciting, amazing day. But who totally correct. I am still crazy. My team knows I'm crazy. It's okay. In a good way. I'm the crazy friend that's like, we'll tell you how it is. Just go to my page and you'll see. It's all good. My team, somebody drop a comment if you did some bullet points of your story so I can call you out. But I'll give you a few of mine while we're waiting. So when I was 18 years old, I sold my car and I moved to Hawaii. 18 years old with a backpack. Lived there for almost 7 years. Met a soldier, got married. I was an Army wife for 6 years, Special Forces Army, who was never home. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Special Forces Army. He was never home. He was deployed most of our marriage. Every time he came back from a deployment, he came back a different person. A little bit of him did not come back from each time. At each deployment, a little bit of him did not come back. And so that's part of my story. I could share that weekly, I could share that monthly, and just talk about what it was like to be an Army wife. I don't even have to talk about it works. That's my story. And guess what? Army wives or ex-Army wives are going to see that part of my story and pay attention. I might be friends with someone on Facebook that doesn't even know that part of my story because they haven't caught that post. So so then I was a single mom. I left him. Just the story of me leaving him. I left him. We lived in Colorado. I moved home to Ohio. I literally drove across country in the middle of winter with 2 goldfish and a frog and an iced tea pitcher and my almost 4-year-old son. The man took my credit cards and my cash, or my credit cards and my checkbook, and gave me like $300 cash to drive across country with his kids. So my mom had to call in hotel rooms. That's part of my story. I'm giving you guys the condensed version, but I share that little part of my story. Guess what? A mom in a bad marriage who wants to get out can see hope in my story. A single mom can see hope in my story, can relate to me in my story. I got home to Ohio. I was a single mom for almost 7 years, and my ex was in another state the entire time. So I wasn't the mom that had every other weekend off with my kids. I was full time. I had to get my friends and family to help. So a single mom, if I talk about that, a single mom's going to see that and be like, oh my God, I relate to that. When I was a single mom, y'all, I worked a full-time job, 40 hours a week at $10 an hour. So I didn't make enough to really support myself and my kids, but I made too much to really get much help from the government. So I got on food stamps. I had daycare vouchers. That's part of my story as a single mom. I was working that full-time job, and guess what? I had 3 part-time jobs. I was a freelance makeup artist. I planned events, and I bartended at night. So I would go from my full-time job to my part-time job to my nighttime job. All right. Never saw my kids. My kids were in daycare. That's part of my story. I can share that now. I left my ex-husband. It'll be 12 years ago this year when I left him. I can still share that story about leaving him because that's part of my story. I can share that story about being a single mom. I mean, Mike and I have been together, it'll be 6 years this year. So I haven't been a single mom for 6 years, but I can still talk about being a single mom because if I go on Facebook and I talk about being a single mom with 2 young kids, working 3 jobs, being on government assistance, never making ends meet, I partied too much, I was drinking, I didn't have anyone giving me positivity. I didn't have anyone telling me to be stronger in my faith. I didn't have anyone giving me hope. I had friends and family that I partied with. My family kept my kids when I needed them most of the time. But a single mom, if I talk about those things, they're going to feel that struggle. And they're going to see me now. We don't drink at all. We haven't in years. We talk about God and our faith and our children and our family and the things we do. So you can see what my life is like now and what my life was like at certain times. So when you share your story like that, you can relate it to, did It Works change my situation as a single mom? No. But I can relate to, I remember a time when I was a single mom working 3 jobs, focused on the wrong things, never being able to make ends meet, never having enough time with my kids. And now my life looks so different. Now my life looks like this. Now we live in a beautiful house in Florida. Now I'm home with my 4-year-old every day. Now, not only, are our bills paid every month and we get the freedom to do things, but now I get to help others do the same. So another part of my story, I have autoimmunes. I have chronic fatigue issues. I have days where it's literally, you can hear I'm losing my voice. Have days where if I run too hard, I run into a brick wall where I get to the top of the stairs after the 3rd time of going up to get something, and I have to stop at the top of the steps and like catch myself because I'm struggling. I have days like that very, very, very like often. And so That's part of my story. I'm telling that right now. And I'm seeing people in the comments saying, yes, I deal with that too. So that shows you when I share those things, when I share those struggles, that shows someone that's going through the same struggles. Oh my God, I can do this business. She's doing this business and they're crushing it. I can do this business too. Mike and I have 7 kids. We are a blended family with 7 kids. I don't know if everybody knew that, but we are. We have a lot of children. That means our life is pretty crazy, right? So my favorite is when a mom tells me, oh, I'm too busy. I just don't, I have kids. I don't know when I'm going to have time for that. Now, do all 7 live with us? No. Some are in Ohio, some are in Colorado, some are here. If I drew our family tree in our calendars, you guys would get dizzy. And so, right? So, but if I talk about that, what it's like to have all the kids and how I can still work, look at all the people with 7 kids, 9 kids. If I talk about what that's like as a mom, I can shut you down when you say, I can't do this because of my kids. I don't have time. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. One of my favorites is when a mom says, oh, I'm not good at sales. And I'm like, oh, do you have kids? Yeah. Okay, well, you just sold a bedtime. You sold no more iPad. You sold broccoli for dinner. You sold no cookies, no ice cream. Yeah, if you're a mom, you can sell anything because we're selling our kids all day long. So I'm sharing this. I hope this helps you. But taking little, and I'll let some of you guys unmute if you want to share a few bullets of your story and we can help you come up with ways to use that. But taking little snippets from little parts of your life, guys, your relationship. You know, Mike and I talk about what it's like to have a healthy, good relationship all the time. It is not easy. It is a lot of work. It's a full-time job almost to have a healthy, not toxic, blossoming relationship, right? You have to put in a lot of work into that. So Mike and I do relationship courses. We do Bible studies with other couples. We read our devotional. We try every day. It's right here, actually. We read this devotional almost every day. We pray out loud together almost every day. I talk about those things. I talk about the fact that we fight. I talk about the fact that we read our devotional. I talk about those things. And guess what? Other couples that are watching you are going to see that. The devotional, this is actually a new one. So we're just started this one. We saved our old one from last year, which is really good too. We're going to give it as a gift to one of our kids as they get married. Each year, we're going to save our devotionals and give them to our kids as wedding gifts. We got 7 years of devotionals to get through because we got 7 kids. But this one is called Celebrate Your Marriage, 365 Daily Devotions for Busy Couples. This one, you guys, this one is like almost relates to business more than the other one. So this one gets us motivated, not just in our relationship, we can relate it to our business too. So I highly recommend this. I got it on Amazon. It's amazing. So any part of your day, like guys, and one of the things, and then before I turn this over, one of the things that my team knows, I try really hard to put, like I'm hot, I'm getting sweaty, I'm getting serious. I try really hard to focus on is being real. Okay, so you're not going to see me posting things that are fake about our life. I'm even the kind of person that I can't even scroll past a post and like it if I don't agree with it or I don't like care for that person. I just am so not fake. And so I really value realness in people. And so I like to share if my house is a mess. I like to share. I do a series on TikTok of my family loves to not look at dishes when they put them away and half the dishes are dirty. So I have a little thing on TikTok I do of like, all right, guys, here I am again. Does this look clean to you? Because this is what my family did. I like to talk about my toddler throwing a temper tantrum for no reason. I do a video and I'm like, does anyone else know, like your kid crying today? This is my life today. So be as real as possible. Be genuine, be authentic, be you. And people will gravitate towards that. And you will build a team that, like I call my team, they're my ride or dies. Like we have become so close and we all have different beliefs. We come from different backgrounds. We have different things about us, but we are all so real with each other and so raw that nothing can come in between us. And so I want to relay that to my new distributors. I want them to know you don't have to pretend you're someone you're not. Like, you want me to be real with y'all? Our second position is triple. Okay. And I have not bought the Louis. I don't have the Louis, and I'm not going to get myself the Louis until we get that second position to presidential. Do I want the Louis? Yes. But I want to reach a goal to get it. Could I go buy the Louis? Yes. But I don't want to do that just to have the bag and say I have the bag. I want to be like, I earned this bag because I went presidential in our second position. So that's a real side of me. I'm not just going to go buy something to keep up with someone. I'm going to show up with, I have a cute little Coach purse. I love it. It's great. It works. I'm going to show up with that until I feel I've earned that bag. So just because, you know, Monica next door has the Louis, I'm not buying the Louis. So don't feel like you have to keep up with anyone. Don't feel like you have to compare yourself to anyone. Be real, be genuine, tell your story, and I promise you, you will attract people who not only do you like you resonate with and they can relate to, but people who need what you have to offer. Okay, so I know a couple people wanted to come on and share a few parts of their story, and we can learn how to use those. Go ahead and unmute whoever wants to jump on.
Hi.
Hi.
My name's Sierra. I'm actually this is my second day joining this company.
Oh my gosh, welcome.
Brittany Conway was the one that had got me looking into the It Works company, and she has been really helpful. I may be young. I'm only 20 years old. Yeah, it's a lot of people are different. There's a lot of things going on. I've been through a lot. The last couple of years, I've been dealing with family issues, and I've just been getting a lot of hate. So, and I found out some things I never wanted to deal with. So, I was really heartbroken, and I couldn't do anything. And my boyfriend and I have been together for a year now, and he's been very supportive. And he's also the one that actually helped me kind of push me towards, hey, maybe you should try this. This might help. And I'm on day 2 now. I was able to get signed up last night because I actually sold my first 2 samples, and I can't believe I made it this far.
Okay, let me say something. Let me point out the fact that you were on day 2 and you were the first person to unmute yourself and go. Like, girl, that's huge, huge. Let's just give you all, like, give her some love for that, because that's huge. You're gonna crush this.
I'm pretty shy. It just I've been through a lot. I went through surgery literally this last year. At the end of 2020, I found out that my gallbladder was not working, and my whole body was shutting down. So I went through that, and right now I'm dealing with medical bills. My mom made me go to a doctor. I found out that I was diagnosed with borderline bipolar, depression, anxiety real bad. I had my real dad, just keep lying to me about stuff. I was like, I can't deal with this. I need to either cut them away from my life to try to stand up. And that's what I did. I mean, I got hateful comments, but when I met Brittany through Facebook, she has been a very helpful hand. And I'm glad, because day 2, doing good. I want help with some more, and I just want to keep going, because maybe if this helps, then maybe once everything gets over, especially with COVID, I can start a family of my own. I'm ready to start a family. I love kids.
Well, that's amazing that you're here and you're pushing through and persevering through all the things in your life. And that's what's so important. And so I'll share with you, just so you can see, we all do go through similar things. So I've talked about this to my team, but I haven't even shared this publicly yet. But my mom is an alcoholic, and I wrote her a letter in November and cut her off. And this is where I'll get teary. I wrote her a letter and cut her off, and she turned my whole family against me. So I'm right there with you, and we all of us, like, see, sharing that story, like, I relate to you. I can relate to you on that level, because I'm going through that, and I've gone through this whole thing with my family and toxicity. And because of this, I'm not just saying this, because of this business, because I've grown so much, in this business and in my faith, and I've worked so hard on myself, I was able to stay strong and hold my boundaries to get through that. And you know what happened? My family started to come around and they started to see my mom's behavior and realize it's not me. And now I'm repairing relationships with my family. So stay strong, keep growing, keep focusing on this business, and whatever parts of your story you're comfortable sharing, share, because someone will relate to that. Someone will relate to that. So keep focusing on the positivity, keep focusing on your, you're growing in, I don't know anything about you, but if you're spiritual or whatever it is you need, keep growing that, keep feeding that, and keep feeding your mind, and girl, you will go so far.
I'm the oldest of 7 siblings, and I have 2 sets of parents. So I have 3 siblings that are adopted, and the rest are all half. And my mom and my real dad had me when they were younger, so that started out bad. But ever since then, it kind of pushed it up to where I couldn't handle anything. And I tried talking to, like, how you said you sent your mama like a letter and stuff. See, I tried to talk to my parents through just, the talking thing, and that didn't work. So I've been through counseling. I finished a year and a half of college before the college decided to kick me out because of my medical issues. They wouldn't work with me. And I'm like, listen, I'm going through medical issues. I'm trying my best. I'm wanting to work. I want to work hard. I was wanting to prove my family wrong and never got that far. And so then when I joined, I was like, all right, brand new start, get rid of everything. I mean, yeah, I typed a whole paragraph on my computer, which that's what you guys are on, about everything that was going on. I was writing things that my dad did. I was typing, and I posted on Facebook. Yeah, some people may say it's wrong, but I felt like that was the only way I can communicate to him, because every time I tried talking to him, he would try to block it out. And I got a lot of hatred towards it, and I may have lost a lot of my family, but there's a lot of people that do not, like, a lot of the family in there do not understand what he has really done to hurt me. And
well, I think if you just keep knowing that, you're doing the right thing for the right reasons, and just stay strong and stay focused, you can achieve anything, girl, and you've got this. So we're so glad to meet you. We're so excited for you on your new journey. And again, props to you for coming on here and sharing 2 days into this. Oh my goodness. So that's amazing. Keep sharing, keep being the first one to unmute in your life and share things. And girl, you're going to be amazing. So, all right, that's awesome. Let's go into, you're welcome. Does anyone else want to get on here and share anything?
Hey, Brandy, this is Sylvia. I asked for your help last week, and you did. You helped me. You told me a few things to do. I have done that. So I wanted to just tell you thank you. I haven't seen the improvement yet, but I'm not giving up. And y'all forgive me because I'm crying, but I'm a little emotional, and today was emotional. Kim, thank you for sharing your story about your mom, because losing a parent is hard. And we're going through that now. But I commend anyone to take the step to make the change to improve their life. And I'm always posting something every morning on Facebook, even when I look a mess, because I believe that your work saved my life. When I started this business, well, I didn't start as a business. I was just purchasing the products for, I think, maybe a year and a half. The business side of it was never introduced to me. And then when it was, I never did anything with it. I just bought my products. But I've been using my products for over 2 years, and I started my journey at 434 pounds. And now I am so happy that I'm down to 223. And when you have RA, I have rheumatoid arthritis and I struggle with fibromyalgia. It's very hard to lose any type of weight because of the steroids that you are on. But because of these products and just being true to what I believe is for myself and my health, that I try to share every chance I get. So for me, I know my business is not where I want it to be, but I am not going to give up until I get to the next rank because I have set a goal for myself. And when Mr. Wilkins told us to write out our 100 goals, I was like, I don't have 100. I'm not a person that wants a lot other than, love on my family. But I actually finally completed writing my list, and it just feels like a burden has been lifted. So I will just say to anybody who's on here and you have not followed the instructions of your leaders, we have to do that. So Brandy, thank you for giving me those tips. I have done all of them and I will continue to do them and continue to share with everyone about these amazing products. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for coming on here and sharing. What?
She lost over 100 pounds. Woohoo!
I know. Isn't that amazing?
So excited. That was awesome, girl.
I think a couple people have. You've got some good weight loss there too. I think a couple people have their hands raised. Oh, there's Nia. Cassandra, we'll come back if you want to share because you have a great weight loss story. But I think Nia's had her hand raised.
Yeah, let them talk first, and then I will just talk later.
Okay. Well, Cassandra, share if you want to share a little bit. You've had a pretty incredible weight loss journey yourself.
Oh, I I'm not a big talker. Well, I am, but only when it comes to stuff I'm super passionate about. But no, I was just so excited to hear hers. Like, she has seriously worked her butt off. Like, I'm so proud of her. I'm over here like cheering up and down because I was so excited. I love hearing about weight loss just because, well, I struggle. In fact, tonight I struggled with eating my Singapore noodles and taking my Fat Fighters afterwards because, I love my Chinese food. But yeah, this year has been a hell of a year, 2020. My dad died a year ago, tomorrow. And prior to that, which I tell everybody, prior to that, I had left my husband. I thought we were done. Like, I'm like over here sweating to death in this hotel room. But I thought we were done. I thought, our marriage was over. I was done dealing with shit and I was ready to be a single mom. And I was a single mom for 4 months, living on my own, signed the divorce papers. I handed him the divorce papers 3 weeks prior to my dad passing away. And my dad passed away. I found my dad at his house. He had a heart attack. And I didn't know who to call. I called my best friend because she's the dog warden of the city that my dad lived in. And my dad had 28 poodles, just FYI, he was a dog breeder. And I didn't know what to do. And she called my ex at the time. He was my ex-husband, divorce papers waiting to be signed. And he showed up and she said, don't you touch her. She's not in the mood to deal with you, but you've been there for 12 years. Like, she needs somebody to help out with the kids. And he, he didn't ask any questions. He went and got the kids from school. He took care of them. I was a drunk hot mess for a solid 4 months. And, the biggest thing that kept me going through that was that I had my It Works family that, Lorianne, you, some of my other close friends that just said, hey, we're here when you need us. You weren't pushed in like, you have to do this, you have to go diamond, you just were there. You were like, I just want you to know we're here for you. And that's, to me, that's so important. To me, that's more important than like, I need you to do this. It's more of, I need you to be here for me. And so I just want to say thank you guys. Like, and I know that I've told Brandy this, I'm in this for the long haul. It don't matter what I am. I mean, yes, I'd love to see Diamond, but like, I'm here because I believe in the products. I believe that they've helped me tremendously. I'm not on any depression medication, anxiety medication anymore. My skin, I have people tell me that I'm like 20, 25 years old and I'm pushing 35. So my skin looks great thanks to collagen. Like, I just, you know, I believe in the products and I believe in the people that are helping with the products.
That's awesome. I love you. And thanks for sharing. You know, Cassandra she has been through so much. And that's the thing, you guys, we all do. Like, we have to remember that. You know, it's so easy when life hits you to like want to pause your business and hide. And, you know, I try to tell everybody when something happens, this is a great distraction. Let it be your distraction. Let your team be there for you, but then use this as a distraction to give you something else to focus on while you're going through the struggles. Like, you know, it's okay to take a pause. It's okay to take a minute, but don't ever make it let you give up. Like, don't ever get to that point where you're like, life is too hard. I just can't do this. Because we all go through things and we all have those moments. And that is one of my favorite things about this opportunity is it's not just, like I said earlier, it's not just the money, like the community that we have created here, the heart of the company all around, but the community within your teams, the friendships, the faith, the devotionals you do, the growth, just everything is so amazing. And we have to not only remind ourselves how grateful we should be for that, but how we need to share that with everybody. So, all right, Nia, I know you wanted to say something.
Yes.